to another video. If you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe. Join the journey, you guys, because we are going up, 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 up. I'm telling y'all, this year is going to be my year, 2022. Make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And you guys, if y'all show some love, I may show some love back. Also, I want to go ahead and speak on the giveaway that I had said I was going to do. That will be in another video. I just want to kind of sit down and talk with you guys on that because I know I have gotten some DMs about it. So there will be a video coming about that on why it did not happen. But anyways, you guys, we are going to go ahead and be reacting to Shyla Walker's part 2 of her documentary. And then there's going to be a lot of other videos going on too. Nothing specific on what videos I'm going to be doing. But you guys just keep in mind that this is happening and we're just kind of doing videos back to back to back. So any videos you guys would like to see, comment down below. I will do them if I have time to. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video.
So on November 24th, I received a call from my brother. I was here, and I had my niece and my daughter here, my oldest niece. And my niece was playing on my iPad. I was getting ready to take them somewhere, and I was outside in the front putting the car seats in the car. And as I came back inside to grab that, my niece was looking at me, and she said, like, Uncle's calling on the iPad. And he told me to go get you. And I'm like, oh, what's up? You know, my brother just randomly calls me. So I didn't think anything of it. And he said, have you heard? And I said, heard what? He said, we need to get a hold of Mom. And I said, well, what's happening? He said, Shanice's friend just called me and said that she had a heart attack. She's in the hospital. And they don't know anything, and they won't let anyone know anything. And immediately I started crying, and I was like hysterical. And I regret that part because it was off the iPad, so it was on speaker. And that's how my niece had to find out, and I regret that so much. We didn't know if she was dead or alive. They wouldn't tell us anything. They had her under Jane Doe. She was a confidential patient. I just talked to her the day before.
That is crazy, you guys.
She was supposed to come over and pick up some stuff. She had just started her own business, and I said that I would help her. And she was supposed to come over the day before. And on Thanksgiving, we found out my sister was pregnant. And I remember having to be on that call. And I pulled over, I just knew. And hearing them tell my mom and a mother cry over their child is awful. And I could feel myself. And I just dropped my phone and I was just screaming. And I could just hear myself screaming, but I couldn't control it. I couldn't stop it. And it was a day I'll never forget.
That is crazy.
I had to be the one to tell everyone and just watch everyone's heart break as I told them. And that's something that'll always stick with me. I'm like, wait a real moment. It just didn't feel real because my sister struggled with a lot of things and was distant for a lot of years. This was the first Thanksgiving we were going to have as a family. We made plans. I had just seen her that Saturday. And we talked about all the things we were going to do on Thanksgiving, and we never got to. It's still really fresh. And it just felt like I was being robbed in the worst possible way. And it's why? Why the day before we were supposed to see each other and It just didn't make sense at all to me, and I was so proud of her. She had texted me about a week ago, and she had sent me a picture of an LLC book that when you start a business, you get like a book of all your documents and paperwork. And I felt so proud that I inspired my sister to start a business. And she was like, will you help me? Like, you know what you're doing. And I would joke with her and I'd say, like, you're just gonna see me sitting like on my laptop just typing quietly. Like, you know, you gotta come out with me. You gotta go to the meetings. You gotta go to like the factories. Like, you gotta really experience it. When she passed, I went to her house and I was looking through her things, and she had turned her garage into like her stock room and like her workplace. I realized a lot in that moment that I didn't talk to my sister for at least a year, my entire pregnancy and a good portion of my daughter's life. And I said, you need to get it together if you want to meet my daughter. And I was serious. I was firm on that. And she would talk to my mom, talk to my brother, and be like, how do I get Shyla to like talk to me again? They're like, you got to get it together. And she did. And she met my daughter. My daughter knew her. So I'm really grateful for that. And I just thought like, wow, I was able to inspire my sister so much to change her life around. Like, and then I just thought like, maybe this was the plan. Like, the person that I thought I could never reach, I reached to another level. She did things we never thought she would be capable to do. She was starting her own company. She had her own place for the first time. She left us with all such a sweet taste. We were all on amazing terms. And part of me is so grateful for that, but part of me is resentful. I wish it would have been when we didn't talk, so maybe it wouldn't hurt so much. But just really seeing how much I inspired my big sister, the person that was my hero growing up, that made me really proud. It made me realize like I had more power and influence than I could have even imagined.
Y'all, this story is hitting hard.
I've never had an experience with death this close before, so being my sister really rocked my world. And I think you realize we spend our time worried about the wrong things. And so being in the hospital with my sister the last day, and I asked everyone else to just give us the room. And I knew she wasn't there anymore in spirit, but I felt like I wanted to be the one to like be there for her last moments, you know. And I just laid on her chest like a baby, and I just listened to her heart. And I thought it would be so scary, but it was the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. One of the most beautiful experiences I've ever had. And I'm just so grateful that I got those last moments with her. I realized so much through her passing, and like, how could this be part of me? How? It's here. I began trying to fit it in like a puzzle piece. I wanted to stop what I was doing. I wanted to just literally roll over and die. And the day she passed was actually the second major production for my company. And I didn't even think about it. I wasn't even able to be there. None of that. Amy handled that. I talked to my mom, and she helped me a lot. She was like, your sister was so proud of you, and she looked up to you and what you are doing, and it inspired her to change her life. Like, why would you not be able to change so many other people's lives? Like, you have access, and you have the platform, and you have
Hang on, you guys. I gotta pause this real quick. My daughter is wanting snacks, so let me go ahead and go get her. Alright, you guys, I am back. Sorry about that. Daughter comes first.
story to influence millions of women. You've already done it one time, and I realized I did. And when I posted that video on YouTube just telling my story, thinking no one could relate, no one would understand, and the very same women that were bullying me and judging me were the very women that could relate, that I ended up connecting with so deeply. And I had like a full circle moment, and I thought like, oh my God, this is how it happens. This is who I'm supposed to connect with. These very same women. And I thought I was able
I don't
to,
know why.
in a sense,
You guys, I don't know why that top part's showing up. Please excuse that.
my sister to change her life around, influence her to change her life around,
Oh,
and inspire her
her.
just through what I was doing. Again, the same thing, not thinking anything, not doing this to inspire her
Her.
or anyone else, but did unintentionally. This is how I get to the path. I see it now. And I literally saw it from like a bird's eye view, and I thought like, okay, follow your passion, allegiance to your purpose. How the fuck did starting this yoga company take me on the ride of my life?
I think it's funny how she added Taylor, which
How
is
in this journey
Landon's
was it filled
friend
with
Rob's
the most
ex. Like,
ups
that's
and
weird to
downs
me,
and
but
trials and tribulations? It's like a damn Lifetime movie.
it's
And
pretty
I never
cool.
once thought about stopping until my sister passed. And through her death, I realized the power that I truly hold within myself. It's so much more than a brand. And when all the odds are stacked against you, you get up and you go and you do it again and you do it again and you let your adversities be your why. When the girls who have babies young and they think, okay, my life is over, it's not. And you get up and you do it for that baby. I want to be someone that little girls can look up to, and that my little girl and my nieces can look up to and look back at it and say like, wow, you did that. So the vision behind the brand when I initially started it was to have something good and wholesome. Found a designer to like create like the tech packs for me. I wanted it to be good down to the materials I used. Sustainable. I wanted it to be good in that sense. I wanted to contribute the best ways that I could. I wanted to be size inclusive. So I have extra small to 3X. I hope to be able to even go up to 6X. And then I said, okay, what about colors? I wanted colors that complemented the skin tone, like the natural hues in the skin. I wanted it to complement. So I had custom dyed colors, and they said, okay, what if we just do, 3 colors? And I was like, well, there's so many variations of skin tone. How, again, can I only do 3? So I did 6. Had all my product handmade in Los Angeles, California, and I felt good about that. It was way more expensive, but everyone was being paid a living wage. And it felt good that I could go and I would oversee and I would talk to the factory workers and say like, hey, do you like this? It was really cool to see it come together that way. So for the first time visiting the factory, it's about an hour and a half away from here. And I've been there like hundreds of times now, but I think there's 2 different first times for me. I think it's the first time I had ever gone, and it was to do a fitting. So I bought a roll of fabric, my fabric, right? Took like 3-4 months to get here for one single roll, and that's how they make the samples. And since my designs and everything are custom, there's no template ready that they can cut out and make it to. So it's a lot of trial and error. So they use the whole roll on trying to get these samples right. And I remember the first time I went, when like my right-hand guy, Byron, he was trying to prepare me like it's not going to be perfect. And I said, yeah, I don't expect perfection off the first thing, but it was awful. The first sample was god awful. Like the sizing was completely off, the design was off. I remember the leggings were bunched like this much at the bottom. I'm like, what the heck? Like it was bad. I was like, okay, maybe I'm in just a little deeper than I thought. Like, so I wanted to do little innovative things, and all the top factories in Los Angeles couldn't do it. This factory could do it, but it took 5, 6, 7, 8 different versions, different samples just to get the first one right. I would do the fitting, so I had one in my size, and then I would have a plus size model come with me, and we would check them both at the same time to make sure it was right, and we would add different waistbands were better for the plus size model, so we would adjust accordingly. So I got a call. They were starting my complete production. We had the samples good, finalized, color samples, everything finalized, quantities paid for, ready to go. So I got a call and they said, hey, if you want to come to the factory, we're starting your production. Mind you, up until this time, they only send me stuff in black. So all my samples had been in black. So I'd only got to see multi-skin-dyed colors like this, and I would get like little swatches. So that was also the day I got the final full sets, and I was in awe. So I walked into the factory, and instantly I recognized all my custom colors. The entire factory was like a rainbow of just my colors. Surreal, like walking through the rows and just seeing all of my stuff being like handmade and like seeing it with my logo on it, like my design on it. It was amazing. I felt like I was literally walking on clouds. My daughter comes first. First and foremost, she comes first. When I separated from her dad, I became a full-time single parent, which means she had to come with me sometimes. She was only one and a half, and I would have to drive like an hour. So it was a whole event. Like if I knew I had to go to a factory or meeting, I would have to prepare. I'm really glad that when I take her, I got to show her that she will always take precedence. Doesn't matter who I'm talking to, I will ask them like, can you give me 1 second please? And I'll tend to her, and then I get back to business. And I really understand now that I had to hit these lows. I had to get to rock bottom to really understand myself. And I understand that dreams do take time. My goal in starting this company, my realistic timeline is 3 to 6 months, is what I said. I'm past 3 years in, I think now. Dreams definitely take time. And as my mom said, follow your passion and it will lead you to your purpose. I had to go through every part of the process for this company, from meetings to contract to fabric sourcing, fabric dyeing, sample after sample after sample, every single part of the process, and it's finally here. And I would be honored if you guys would like to follow us on this journey. And I'm excited to announce that it's here. Check it out.
They look really comfy. I really like the name that she came up with, 80 or Soulmate 88. I thought that was really cool, but I mean, I really liked how like the video was. It was very sad in the beginning, so to have like a positive ending was really nice. But anyways, you guys, I hope you like the reaction of the video. And like I said, make sure you go ahead, like, comment, share, and subscribe. There's going to be a bunch of reaction videos. I'm also sorry about the lighting. I am currently in my dining room, and my lighting kind of sucks. So, unfortunately, we gotta work with what we got. But anyways, you guys, make sure you go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!